Modern engineers look at the skeleton of the Colosseum and ask a simple question: how was this possible? The Romans had no steel rebar, no diesel-powered cranes, and no electricity, yet they raised a stone arena capable of holding 50,000 people and even engineered a way to flood the floor to stage full-scale naval battles. Vespasian engineered this amphitheater to function as a political engine. While the scale is immense, the structure's primary purpose was to regulate the city's social stability through a massive subterranean network of hidden mechanics. In 68 AD, Emperor Nero took his own life, leaving Rome in a state of civil war and economic collapse. The military general who rose to the throne, Emperor Vespasian, needed to immediately legitimize his new rule and pacify a population that had grown resentful of the previous regime's decadence. Nero had seized hundreds of acres in the center of Rome to build a private pleasure palace featuring a massive artificial lake. Vespasian physically erased his legacy by draining the lake and handing land back to the citizens, constructing a 50,000-seat arena on top of the tyrant's garden. This strategy of providing free food and violent entertainment was a tool for social control. It successfully diverted public attention away from government corruption and economic decay, using the roar of the crowd to drown out a fractured empire. Building a 100,000-ton stone stadium on a swamp required excavating trenches 40 feet deep. Engineers filled these with a 12-meter-thick ring of Roman concrete, a mixture of lime and volcanic pozzolana ash that hardens even when submerged in water. This architectural drawing reveals how 80 ground-level arches distribute the crushing load of travertine blocks downward. This geometry also enforced social class, placing senators nearest the floor and the enslaved in the highest wooden bleachers, reflecting their societal standing. To protect this massive audience from the heat, sailors from the imperial fleet operated the velarium, a colossal, retractable canvas awning suspended by ropes that cast shade over the crowds while leaving the arena floor in the sun. The above-ground architecture was a physical manifestation of Roman order. It kept the masses organized, comfortable, and completely compliant, projecting an image of total imperial stability to the world. The order of the stands relied on the mechanics beneath the sand. This is the hypogeum, a subterranean maze of stone corridors, holding cells, and winch rooms that served as the arena's backstage. Hundreds of enslaved workers pushed heavy wooden capstans in near-total darkness. These vertical drums were the power source for the entire spectacle, converting human labor into the mechanical force needed to move massive objects above. This schematic shows how the energy was transferred. As men turned the capstans, they wound ropes through pulleys to hoist cages toward the surface. Reaching the top of the shaft, the lift hit a mechanical stop, automatically swinging the door open. The result was a theatrical payoff. Trap doors on the sand would spring open, allowing exotic beasts to materialize instantly before the roaring crowd. This control system allowed the state to curate the violence above. By manipulating the timing of these lifts, the emperor could intervene in the combat, releasing fresh predators against a failing gladiator, or ensuring a popular fighter received favorable conditions to guarantee a specific dramatic outcome. The magic witnessed by the crowd was a highly regulated performance. It was a brutal machine built on enslaved labor, designed to showcase the emperor's absolute control over life, death, and the environment. The machinery eventually stopped. Gladiatorial combat was officially banned in 404 AD, as the empire's values shifted, and the vast amphitheater was left to the elements. Without maintenance, the building survived centuries of neglect and trauma. In 1349, an earthquake shook Rome, collapsing the entire southern half of the outer ring and creating the broken profile seen today. The ruins were treated as a stone quarry. Popes and aristocrats stripped the fallen travertine and extracted the iron clamps that held the structure together, using the materials to construct landmarks like St. Peter's Basilica. Today, the remaining arches face modern threats. Rainwater erodes the ancient mortar, while urban pollution and vibrations from the city's subway lines destabilize the foundation. Restorers now use acoustic hammering to identify hollow spaces within the stone. They inject a specialized stucco made of marble powder and limestone to seal these cracks, ensuring the weight-bearing vaults remain impermeable to water and vibrations. The Roman Empire has vanished, but the Colosseum's structural logic endures. It stands as a masterclass in mass logistics and civic engineering that every single modern sports stadium still follows today.